Hey friends, it's Kelly and welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new here, welcome. So friends, I have been craving my Maryland crab cakes and I thought I'd bring you along today why I make them. So we're gonna jump right in. The first thing that you're gonna need is a pound of crab meat. I do prefer the lump crab meat. I just find that the pieces are bigger and it just tastes better in my opinion. So a pound of lump crab meat. I will be using about a half a sleeve of saltine crackers. We're going to be using some parsley and some baking powder, a little bit of mustard, mayo, a dash of milk, and 1 egg, and the all-time favorite ingredient, and you guys probably can figure this out if you've been following me, Old Bay seasoning. I love this stuff. It goes on everything. And a crab cake is not a Maryland crab cake unless you have some Old Bay. So friends, the first thing I'm going to need to do is take my crab meat, open it up, and the crab meat is already picked, obviously, but I go through it one more time because oftentimes there are small little pieces of shells in there. I like to just go ahead and do one quick little pick and make sure that there are no remaining shells in there, so when I make my crab cake I don't end up choking on a shell. So I will turn the camera down. I'll probably sit at the table because it does take a few minutes to go through that, and I'll just show you how I pick the crab meat, and then we'll go ahead and put these crab cakes together. All right, my friends, so I have my crab meat. Like I said, I prefer lump crab meat, but you can use just the regular crab meat, not a big deal. Actually, this isn't quite as big lumps like it normally is, so that's interesting. So what I do is just grab a little bit out at a time, and I just feel. I don't want to break it apart because that kind of defeats the purpose, but honestly, this is not, I'm not overly thrilled with the lump. Usually the pieces are much larger than this. Oh, there's a shell. No, is that one? Yeah. All right, so here, let me take that down. Let me take this off so I can put the shells on it. So you probably can't tell because it looks the same as crab meat. But this little piece right here is a shell, and you can feel it because it's hard. I'll just put it here and just get it out of my way. But so far so good. There hasn't been much shell. There hasn't been any shells in there except for that one. And as I say it, I feel another one. No. Okay, and we're just gonna go ahead through and just pick it all out. My friends, this is the last of the crab meat, and I must say I am pretty impressed with the shells. There were very little amount. Can you see that? You can see that. Very little shells in there. That's very unusual, to be honest with you. So there is my crab meat. Let me go ahead and wash my hands and we'll go ahead and make these crab cakes up. All right, my friends, so now that our crab meat is done, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the next step is. I have a half of a sleeve of saltine crackers in a Ziploc bag. And then what I do, and it's probably 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, it's usually about 18 crackers. I just crush them up like that. Just like that. And some people use bread. This is what my grandmother always did. Oops, got too much air in there. My mom always did, so I'm just doing the same thing that they do. You don't want to have huge pieces. You could probably take something and that's probably easier, huh? Noisy, but easier. Just make sure you get the real big pieces up. Now that we've done that, I'm going to dump this in a bowl. Just like that. And this is where my milk comes in. We're just going to do a dash of milk. Go ahead and you just want to get it to where it's wet. Not soaky sopping wet, but just wet. Every piece, it just moistens it, makes it all soft. So I get that. There we go. Just like that. You can see that? You can see my fingers. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring my crab meat over, and we're just going to dump that right in the bowl. Okay. I'm trying to put it everywhere. Then I'm going to go ahead. I have 1 egg. I'm going to whisk my egg. And then I'm going to take my baking powder. And I'm going to add, oh, I don't have much baking powder. I think I'll have just enough. I'm going to add a tablespoon of baking powder. Just enough for that. I'm going to go ahead and stir that up in my egg mixture. Making a mess, typical. I'm going to go ahead and pour that on top. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add in our other ingredients. So we're going to take our mayo. Just going to wipe this off real quick. And I am just adding 1 tablespoon of mayo. Actually, I'll do about 1.5 tablespoons of mayo. Okay. I'm going to wipe that off. Then we're going to go ahead and take our mustard. I just opened this bottle, so I'm not sure. I just pulled this out of the pantry. Yeah, I had a funny feeling. Just realized I pulled it out of the pantry. So now some people use Worcestershire sauce. Oops. Alright. I prefer good old yellow mustard. Now I can't get the stupid lid back on. Seriously. Oh my goodness, friends. There we go. That was watery. I didn't shake it first. Oh my goodness. Y'all, sometimes I wonder about myself. Okay. Now we're gonna do a tablespoon of mustard. Okay. Then I'm just gonna wipe that off real quick. I'm not gonna stick this in there. I'm gonna do about a 1/2 tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. And I'm just going to dump a little bit of parsley in there, probably about a tablespoon or so, like that. Friends, that is it. That's all that goes in here. All right, my friends, we have everything here. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my hands and just mix this all up together. Get everything blended really well. And I have a tray here with foil on it, and I have sprayed with some cooking oil so it doesn't stick. in there. Okay, just like that, friends. You see that? Now I'm gonna go ahead and make up, just do a ball size about that big, but you can actually do any size you want, really. I mean, the thicker it is, the more moist it is in the center. I like, when I fry mine, I like to make them in little patties like you do with salmon or tuna cakes, just like that. I'm going to fry mine in the pan, but I'm going to put them right here on this tray for now till we get over to the stove. So we are going to do this. Just like that. Like I said, I like to make mine in cakes. Do that. My husband likes his more in a ball form like this. He's not from Maryland, by the way. So this is how he likes his. So I'm going to do his like that. And then his are going to go in the broiler because that's how he prefers his. Like that. All right. Let's see if we can get 6 out of this. These are much thicker, so you do get less. If you were just making these in the cakes like I'm doing, you'd probably get about 8 of them out of it. But because I'm making the thicker, I'm gonna put them in the broiler for him. It's a lot more crab meat. So we'll make him a small one here like that. And there we go. Now, let me go ahead and don't waste any of that crab meat, friends. Let me go ahead and get my hands washed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the refrigerator for about a half an hour because I don't want them falling apart when I cook them. And then we'll come back and head over to the stove and get these cooked. All right, my friends, so I just have some vegetable oil in my pan. I have it heating up, just waiting for it to get heated up quite a bit. I have my oven on broil. As I said before, I'm going to fry some and I'm also going to broil some. So now that my pan is nice and hot, these were in the refrigerator for a half an hour. And now they're setting up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the frying pan, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the others and I'm going to put these in the oven on the broiler for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them for another 5. We'll be cooking these for about the same amount of time. We're going to start about 3 to 4 minutes on one side, and then we'll flip them and check it out. Alright, my friends, it has now been about 3, almost 4 minutes now they've been in the pan. And I'm not sure if you can see, but like right around the edges I can start to see it browning, which lets me, can you see the edge right here? I know now it's time to flip. So I'm going to go ahead and flip. Turn the heat down just a little bit so I don't get splashed. Can you see that? Does that look delicious? Oops. That one wasn't quite as done. I should have left it on that side just a little bit longer. Alright, I'm going to turn that heat down. Now I'm going to go ahead and let it cook for about another 4 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of the oven and flip those as well. As you saw, friends, when I took that out to flip it, I realized I should have had the tray up, or the rack up another level, and I did not do that when I first put it in, so I moved it up. I probably, after 4 minutes, will flip it again and let it go maybe for 2 more minutes, just because I forgot to put that rack up to the next level. but we'll check it and see how we're doing in about 4 minutes. All right, my friends, I think we are there. Oh yeah, look at that, nice and golden. Can you see that? Now I just have a paper towel here on a plate, so I'm going to put this on here just to drain. So let me turn this off. Drain some of the excess oil, soak it up. Oh, they smell delicious. This is the one that should have waited just a tad bit before I flipped it. And there we go. Don't leave any of that in there, friends. It's all good. So there we have it. Now the ones in the oven, I'm going to let them go just a tad bit longer, and then we'll flip them and go about another 2 minutes. My friends, I think we are, whoops, where's my pot holder? There we go. You see those? They look really good. So I'm going to flip these over just a little bit. There we go. And we're going to broil on this side for a couple more minutes. Alright, I think we are done. Look at that. They look great. Alright, let's get all these plated up and I'll show you what they look like. And friends, there is the broiled crab cakes. Hubby likes his that way. And there you have it, my friends. I like a little bit of mustard with some crackers, and that's how I enjoy mine. Alright, my friends, I almost forgot to come back on and say goodbye to you. I was so excited about eating my crab cakes. I was really enjoying them. They were really, really good. So friends, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. It does greatly help me out. And don't forget to hit the little bell because it'll notify you every time I have a new video coming out. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So friends, if you don't mind, go over to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. I am very active on those social media sites as well. I am very, very active on Facebook and Instagram. You want to check me out over there. Everything's under Mama Needs a Goal. I do post there daily, and you know, I do a little bit of everything there, more like mom life, how to save on groceries, you know, just things that I can't really put into a video. You know, I might ask questions or just get your thoughts on some stuff, you know, just little memes, whatever. It's just a bunch of, you know, fun little things. So I'd appreciate it if you check me out on those social media sites as well. So friends, thanks so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!